I believe that small things can be big as long as we treasure and appreciate them. This day, I will share to you a story of Puss in Boots that reflects the same. Question: what is the title? That's correct. Long time ago, there was an old miller, and he feels that his end is near. Before the old miller died, he divided his property to his 3 sons. He leaves his mill to the oldest, his land and property to the second, and when his youngest son enters, he has nothing to give him anymore but the old purring cat. After the old man died, the youngest son was much despaired. Suddenly, the cat was getting taller and comforted him. The cat told him, "I will give you fortune and honors." He asked the young man to dress him a pair of boots, a hat, and a wallet. After that, the cat went to the forest where a lot of rabbits are hopping. He suddenly appears and caught one, which he puts in the bag and carries it away. Then he runs to the king's palace and offers the rabbit to the king as a present of his master, Marquis of Carabas. He asked his master to go to the river bank, take his clothes off, and throw himself to the river and pretend to be drowning. And he did. At that very moment, the king's coach is passing by, wherein the king and the princess is taking a ride. They saw the miller's son, and immediately the king ordered the coach to stop to help the young man. The princess, seeing the charming young man, burst in love with him. The king invited him to ride in the coach, and they ride towards the palace. Question: what did the princess feel when she saw the young man?
She falls in love.
That's correct. In the meantime, the cat went to the cornfield where countrymen and women are harvesting. He asked the reapers to tell to the king when his coach passes by that all these fields are property of the Marquis of Carabas. If they will not tell that, they will be cut into pieces. The king's coach appears, and the king asks, "Whose field these are?" "They belong to the Marquis of Carabas," answered the countryman. Then the cat goes to the ogre's castle to ask if it is true that he can assume any form he likes. The ogre, to show his cleverness, changes himself immediately into a roaring lion. The cat admires this, but says he does not believe that he can make himself into one of the smallest animals, and asks him to transform himself into a rat, which the ogre does. The ogre transforms into a rat. The cat immediately catches the rat and eats him up, and the cat goes to the dining room where the servants are preparing a great dinner for the ogre, and told them that they are released, and that the castle and everything in it belongs now to the Marquis of Carabas. Soon after this, the king and the princess enters, followed by their court. The young miller's son has been informed by the cat of the situation, thus the owner of his house to his royal guest. Question: how did the cat defeat the ogre?
He tricked the ogre.
That's correct. That is the story of Puss in Boots. Again, small things can be big as long as we treasure and appreciate them. My name is Kane. Thank you for listening. Bye.